Hi, this is Freya with another singing tip. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Well, today I'm going to talk about the passaggio. Everybody has to deal with it and it's hard sometimes, transitioning between the registers. So find out more and stay tuned. Now, since a lot of times songs have a greater range, you're not gonna make it singing in just one register. That's just the truth. It were cool if you only had one register, but the human voice is made in a way, and it's also a wonderful thing, that you have different mechanisms. And between those mechanisms, it seems that there's a hole. It always seems like there's a hole where there's like this gap. And how do I bridge that gap between, let's talk about the main passaggio. Some people think there are several passaggios. I'm talking about the main passaggio that everybody has to deal with, the transition between chest voice and head voice. Dealing with that issue, and a lot of times you have songs that go so high, you just can't belt it out anymore. You can't really stay in chest voice, and you don't want to go too much into mixed voice because it goes up even higher, and then you want to be able to go way up, and for that you're definitely gonna need head voice. Now, for guys and girls alike, first of all, you should be able to do chest voice and head voice separately. So if you have practiced that and you know where your chest voice is and you know where your head voice is, then you can continue with these exercises. If you don't know the difference, watch my videos about chest voice and head voice and the difference and the registers. So, having said that, let's just assume you are good in chest voice and in your head voice, you have no problem. Now, but the transition is the thing that gives you trouble. Let me help you with a few exercises. The thing is that first of all, you have to train your brain to know exactly when the switch is happening. That exact millisecond, that moment where that switch is happening. And I'm gonna give you an exercise to help you notice where that switch is. Let's do it slowly. Let's do the bottom pitch in chest voice. Now, the important thing is don't do extremely heavy chest voice. Do kind of medium volume chest voice. The rule is the heavier each one of the registers is, the more obvious the break is gonna be. It's gonna be different for guys and girls. You just have to know where your transition area is, your passaggio. It's those few notes that you could sing either in chest voice or in head voice. It's both possible, and that's the area where you would have to switch with somewhere in that area. And whenever you sing a song, you have to be smart. You have to kind of think about, okay, where does it make sense to actually make the switch to where it's the least obvious and it's the easiest. Let me give you one exercise. Let's do it on an ah or on a ya. Chest, head, chest, head. Let's do this. Ya. Now, what's really going to help you is to think slide up and slide down. Don't jump up and jump down. First of all, the sliding motion makes you have better support and sing through better and not have this tiny gap to where you hesitate for a moment and then kind of just push back. It really smooths it out a little bit. And also, really, it makes you notice where in between these two pitches, where is it actually happening? It really sharpens your mind to feeling where the change is. Let's go up a little bit. Now, the higher you get, the harder it will get. Yeah. You're gonna notice it wants to wobble. So, but practicing that helps you. Let's do one more. Yeah. So you hear how that switch is happening. Now, the slower you slide up and down, the more you're going to notice where it's actually happening. That's a great exercise for really noticing where the passaggio is. Now let's try this. let's just slide. And that's a really awesome exercise because it makes you realize that that transition there, you don't even, it's like, it doesn't have this flip in there. Let's just slide from the top down. Not very heavy head voice to start with. Oh. Okay, you heard where it just flipped, but it's not big. Now stay a little lighter. Oh. So it was even less of a flip. Now let's go up. Yeah. Didn't hear anything. I did start in chest voice down there. Yeah, here, this is chest voice. Yeah. Now, do you know why it didn't flip just now? Because I stayed lighter altogether. So staying a little lighter really helps you. The break is going to be really huge whenever you go like, yeah, and you really have this totally different position. So in your head voice, don't go too heavy, and in your chest voice, don't go too heavy and loud. That's a good way to start practicing your passaggio and how to deal with a break to where it's not so obvious, because the thing that you absolutely don't want to happen is to have this millisecond of not having control over your voice to where it just flips, it jumps, and it just finds its own way somewhere, anywhere, and you don't know where it's gonna go. So you don't want this. However, sometimes you want this flip to happen. In some songs, you want that sound. It's like, yeah. There are some singers, Alanis Morissette, she does that sometimes. And also in the song Zombie, she does that all the time, and that's on purpose. Now you can argue if you find this nice or it's annoying to you. That's a matter of taste. However, just deal with your passaggio and learn to notice when that switch is happening. Well, so I hope this exercise helped you just a little bit today to deal with your passaggio a little bit better. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to tune back in on Tuesday for another how to sing that song video, and on Thursday for another Q&A session. Do ask your questions. I answer one question every week, and check out my blog at freyasingingtips.com. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, always have a song in your heart and always keep on singing. Bye.